So we talk about the fear of failure because the fear of failure is probably the number one stumbling block that prevents most people from achieving their goals and ambitions. Now, of course, if we've got a better state and belief and confidence, we drastically decrease the chances of having that fear of failure. But wouldn't it be great if we could get rid of it altogether? Is that possible? Well, I believe yes, or at the very, very least, we can bring it down to something which is really quite insignificant. So how are we going to do that? Well, we achieve this with a 3-step process. So today, we're going to look at step 1. Let's say that you are a footballer and you're playing for a club, but your form in recent times has been absolutely outstanding. So bigger clubs from bigger leagues are looking at you, and then you get the opportunity to sign for one of them. So the fear of failure is that it might all go wrong. So number 1, we write down the worst case scenario. Now, you may be thinking, why would we want to write down the worst case scenario? Look, we're not going to keep reliving it so it becomes a belief. We're going to write it down just once, just to get that thoughts down on paper. Okay, so step 1, what's the worst case scenario? So for the footballing situation scenario, it could be that you find out that perhaps the step up was a little bit too much. Maybe you lack a little bit of confidence. Maybe your form goes. Maybe you don't get a first team place. That's the worst case scenario. Get that down on paper as step 1. And step 2, we would deal with tomorrow.